This is a Fox News alert. The National Weather Service has issued a dire warning in regard to Hurricane Frank. The warning is similar to the one put out in 2005 about Hurricane Katrina. All residents of New York City and Long Island are being asked to immediately evacuate the area, as Hurricane Frank will cause destruction on a level never seen for the New York City area.
Catastrophic damage expected from dangerous Hurricane Frank, a most powerful hurricane with unprecedented strength, rivaling the intensity of Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks, perhaps longer. At least one half of well-constructed homes will have roof and wall failure. All gabled roofs will fail, leaving those homes severely damaged or destroyed. The majority of industrial buildings will become non-functional. Partial to complete wall and roof failure is expected. All wood-framed low-rising apartment buildings will be destroyed. Concrete block low-rise apartments will sustain major damage, including some wall and roof failure. High-rise office and apartment buildings will sway dangerously, a few to the point of total collapse. All windows will blow out. Airborne debris will be widespread, and may include heavy items such as appliances and even light vehicles. Sport utility vehicles and light trucks will be moved. The blown debris will create additional destruction. Persons, pets, and livestock exposed to the winds will face certain death if struck. Power outages will last for weeks, as most power poles will be down and transformers destroyed. Water shortages will make human suffering incredible by modern standards. The vast majority of native trees will be snapped or uprooted. Only the hardiest will remain standing, but be totally defoliated. Few crops will remain. Livestock left exposed to the winds will be killed. An inland hurricane wind warning is issued when sustained winds near hurricane force, or frequent gusts at or above hurricane force are certain within the next 12 to 24 hours. Once tropical storm and hurricane force wind onset, do not venture outside. A hurricane warning is in effect for the following areas: New York City and its boroughs, northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, the entire state of Connecticut. A hurricane watch is in effect for the following areas: all of New York State, and all points north of New York City. At 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the center of Hurricane Frank was located 150 miles off the coast of New York City. Frank is moving toward the northwest near 50 miles per hour. Hurricane Frank had sustained winds of 270 miles per hour. This is a very dangerous hurricane. Frank is a Category 5 hurricane, and is not expected to lose strength after landfall due to a cold front moving in from the west. 24+ inches of water inundation up to 30 miles inland will occur, as well as tropical storm wind 50 miles from the center of the eye, with hurricane force wind occurring within 50 miles of the center of the storm. Hurricane Frank will spawn tornadoes in areas that rarely see tornadoes, and they are expected to be at 5 strength. If you have not evacuated inland, you must do so, as this is a life-threatening situation. The National Weather Service in Buffalo has issued a winter storm watch for the following counties: in New York, Erie, Niagara, Genesee, Chautauqua, Cattaraugus, Livingston, Allegheny, Wyoming, Orleans, and Monroe. A powerful cold front moving into the region tomorrow morning will bring localized snow of 6 to 12 inches. Higher elevations could see up to 24 inches of snow. Wind speeds of 20 to 35 miles per hour are expected, with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Whiteout conditions are expected, with visibility reduced to less than a quarter of a mile. A winter storm watch is issued when dangerous winter conditions are expected to occur within the next 36 hours. This is the first major winter storm of the year. Residents should not travel while the storm is ongoing, unless it is an absolute emergency. Residents should allow their local highway departments time to clear the road. Widespread power outages are expected. If you lose electricity, you should take the following precautions. If the outage is due to a downed tree with wires, do not go outside. Call 911 or NYSEG to report downed wires. Keep warm by having blankets and other clothing near you. If you are traveling and become stranded, have the following items in your vehicle: blankets, clothing, a 3-day supply of water, and a battery-powered radio. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information on this approaching winter storm.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paul Johnson from News 5 Buffalo. Halloween is coming up next week. Can you believe it? The mayor of Buffalo has asked us to discuss how trick-or-treating will be done this year. But first we must discuss the weather. The National Weather Service in Buffalo has put the entire region of western New York under a winter storm watch. A foot or more of snow is expected for our area, with high wind speeds. Residents have been seen shopping for supplies. as this storm is expected to produce widespread power outages. The National Weather Service is urging residents to take the following precautions: have lots of blankets and warm clothing in case you lose your electricity. Do not venture outside if you believe a tree has fallen and has power lines in it. These lines can cause electrocution, so it's best to call 911 or NYSEG to take care of it. We also ask that unless it is an emergency, you should not travel, as snowfall is expected to be heavy. Please allow the plows to clear the roads before venturing out.
A hurricane warning has been issued from New York City to Albany, New York. A tropical storm warning has been issued from south of New York City to the waters of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario to the Canada-United States border on the lakes. A hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected within the next 36 hours. Preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected within the next 36 hours. Hurricane Frank has reached wind speeds of 300 miles per hour. Flooding up to 50 miles inland is expected with this storm. Hurricane Frank is continuing on a northern-northwest track. Hurricane Frank is predicted to stall over the state of New York due to a winter storm that will be impacting the western New York region. This is an unprecedented weather event. The emergency alert system has been activated for the entire state of New York, and will continue to serve the local areas in the state. The National Weather Service in Buffalo has issued a blizzard warning for the following counties: in New York, Cattaraugus, Chautauqua, Erie, Niagara, Livingston, Monroe, Orleans, Genesee, Allegheny, Wyoming. A winter storm warning is also in effect for the region. Locations in the impacted area include the city of Buffalo, the city of Rochester, Jamestown, Batavia, Danceville, Geneseo, Warsaw, Leroy, Orchard Park, Ilion. At 9 a.m., National Weather Service Doppler radar was tracking a line of squalls extending from Lake Ontario to the Pennsylvania border. Visibility has been reduced to less than a quarter of a mile. Snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour is occurring with this storm. In addition, a tropical storm warning is in effect for the entire region. Tropical storm force wind speed between 45 to 65 miles per hour, with gusts up to 80 miles per hour is occurring. This is a life-threatening situation. Do not go outside. Seek shelter on the lowest floor of your house. The entire area is experiencing a widespread power outage. Surround yourself with blankets and warm clothing. Stay tuned to local media outlets via battery-powered radio to receive further updates on this developing situation.
This is WETM News. I'm Jackie Miller. We're being joined live by our meteorologist Jeff Bacon, who is in the area where Hurricane Frank and the winter storm are merging. Jeff, what's going on out there?
Well, as you can see, Jackie, we are seeing the effects of a hurricane, a Category 5 hurricane, and a winter storm coming together. It's incredible. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. I don't know what happened. It just completely stopped. We were getting pummeled with rain and snow and winds, and now it's just slightly snowing out. Wait a minute. Wait, what's going on? It's a, oh my god, it's a rain.
The National Weather Service in Binghamton has issued a tornado warning for the following counties: in New York, Steuben, Yates, Ontario, Wayne, Schuyler, Chemung, Seneca, Cayuga, Tompkins, and Shiawassee County. At 2:20 p.m., Hurricane Frank and the winter storm that has been impacting the area have merged into a large superstorm. This has created a dangerous situation. Doppler radar has indicated a line where the two storms have merged, has produced supercell thunderstorms with large rotation. Locations in the impacted area include Bath, Corning, Elmira, Canandaigua, Victor, Geneva, Penyan, Dundee, Wayland, Hornell, Ithaca, Dryden, Romulus, Lodi. Residents are urged to take the following action. Seek shelter in a basement or on the lowest floor of your home. If your home has been flooded due to Hurricane Frank, seek shelter in an interior room of your house. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado coming, as it will not be visible due to the multiple weather conditions that are ongoing in the area. Residents are advised not to leave their homes under any circumstances. A public information statement will be released within the next hour.